Going live. Okay. Hello, I'm speaking with Jen Dainberg today, and we are talking about the Responsible Flexible Learning Project. Jen, can you introduce yourself, please, and your district?
Excellent. I'm Jennifer Dainberg. I'm the Director of Instruction at Wild Rose School Division, and we're in Rocky Mountain House and Drayton Valley and a few other small communities in between.
Today I was wondering if you could describe how your school defines responsible and flexible learning environments, and maybe give us an example of how you've seen this demonstrated in your district or in a school.
Absolutely. Well, we're right at the beginning of an interesting project. I started with the district in September, and we actually have called it our Flex Learning Project. And what they did when they brought me on board was they have hired 6 half-time teachers out of our own district, and they're tasked with looking at blended and online options and how they integrate into their regular classroom. And we didn't pull them out and put them in central office. We left them embedded right in their high schools specifically, and we had one in a middle school, which was really interesting. And their job was to look at their regular classes and see how it could shift and see how they could combine things and pull in other students from other locations to combine with their physical space. We have 3 very small high schools in Breton, Caroline, and the David Thompson School partway to Red Deer. And we're really looking at some small class sizes, the 6 and 7 kind of class sizes, and a traditional VC option where it was tied to one space and time where the students had to be in a room looking at a screen with a floating head wasn't very successful in early attempts before I got here. So we really wanted to look at a responsive model where teachers could have a course that they could deliver face-to-face with students, but they could also have students in other locations, but that wasn't dependent on time. So those students could work away on those courses outside the timetable or in coordination with the Rflp program, or looking at all sorts of options so they could do different things. And we currently have 22 different course offerings that students can take with a local teacher, which was really important. So their teacher's actually in the building, and they may not have a set class time with them, but they always have a person that they can go to talk to about their class. All of our classes are designed so they can use a mobile phone. Some of our students have computers at home, but especially in a rural context, they don't always have very good connections, but they often have a decent 3G LTE connection. So we built courses that could be on mobile phones. And every course is a little bit different, uses different platforms, but we think that recognizes that every classroom is different, and that just because we're in a virtual space doesn't mean the classes have to look exactly the same and be in a similar kind of box. So some of our courses use platforms like Weebly, some of our courses use Google Classroom, some of our courses use YouTube, for example. We have a textile and design course that uses YouTube exclusively, and we look at videos and progressions of videos and how they link together. So we are really trying to meet local needs, and everything we develop is open and shareable. We're not being proprietary at all. We just want to be able to help other small school divisions. And we have an exciting day coming up June 5th where we're looking at physics 2030. And we want to develop a physics course, but we're pulling in experts from 6 different divisions and physics teachers. So we can look at how we can look at science and have some of it blended, some of it in lab spaces, some of it online, but that we can look at expertise across districts when we're looking at these blended opportunities for students.
Well, thank you, Jen. I'm just going to stop